if I was to put myself in a student's situation, it works for me. To me, that's cool. But that should be in school, right? To relate to, we'll go back and forth with conversations. I want to think parents are doing that at home versus at home. I'm not your friend. I'm not your brother and sister. I'm your dad. I'm your mother. I mean, the authority to me, at least in my household, it's got to be that. Not too long ago, my daughter and I we had a little discussion situation, and I had to drill that in her head. I said, "Listen, let's start by this. I love you more than any human being in this world, but I'm not your friend. I'm your father. You have plenty of friends. My duty for you is to keep you on check, keep you on track, show you discipline, kindness, all those good stuff. So don't you ever think you can go at me toe to toe, because that's not what I do. And I've been hearing a lot through older friends of mine that have kids. He's just like my friend. We do drink together, this and that. And they asked me, "What do you think about that, Tudo?" I said, "You sure you want my answer, bro? You're a piece of shit."
Yeah.
I call out his.
Yeah.
They get shocked. They're like, "Why do you say that? He's older, this and that, and he drinks with me or does certain things." I said, "Well, you asked my opinion, but I think you're a piece of shit. So don't get me wrong. What I mean by that is this: you think that's cool. Imagine what his kids are gonna do with your son. Then we are losing the authority, the respect, and imagine 2-3 generations down, we're gonna have a problem."
Exactly.
So that's a subject people got to pay attention to.
And you have to know how to do it. Like, I'm a parent, off top, my aura, everything, the way I stand when I come in, they already know. I don't play, but I'm not coming to you. I have to come different to them because I'm not trying to be your teacher. See, some people mess up and come in, "Oh, you do. And see, when that's all they're getting, they're getting yelled at home.
Correct.
Called out of their names at home. They're not having pleasant conversations at home. Things like that. You go to school, it's the same thing. So that's where the rebellion comes in at. And that's when all the teachers, it's just
So that's why I come in again. Before I had the toughness with my daughter, I said, "I'm the one that loves you the most. So I got to give her love first. Just she's got to feel it, but I got to say it verbally. I love you, but I'm your father." But what you just said with your kids, when you come home, you have an aura.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, honey. Those kids fucking adore you. Tough love works. Those kids feel you, appreciate you, respect you, versus if you were just mom.
Right.
I don't want that kind of love. If I had more kids to me, I want the beautifulness, the something you don't even talk about. You just feel it.
And it has to be everything. I mean, to the parents out there, you don't know what sitting down reading a book with your child would do.
Yeah.
Having dinner with your child, going on a lunch date with your child. And I had to do that. We did it with all, but I had to do it individually.
Yes.
It's just me and you.
Wow, wait, say that again?
I had to do it individually.
And why did you do that?
So they can know that, I love them and you're just not all grouped in. I want you to know where my love comes for you as a person, because we all can't have the same conversations.
Correct.
You're different from this one.
And I was always searching that from my on my side. I know there's my brothers and sisters, but I always was searching for that, and I can't ask for that. It's got to be from the mother to son. So
you're
wow,
different.
You blew my
you're
mind
not
away.
the same, and that's where a lot of parents. Oh, well, he, like my son, he graduated from UCLA. Now, no, you can't do that.
Everybody's
because
different.
he's not him.
Correct.
So I would take them in. I found that out when they used to say, "Just me and you." Okay, just me and you.
Nice.
So we would go and we would have lunch and we would sit down. Then we would all do something together. But just the small, simple thing. My 10-year-old, he doesn't have a cell phone. No.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. My daughter barely has a cell phone.
Right. When he gets going to high school, yeah. But a lot of people look at me crazy. That's how I did my older kids. It wasn't that popular then. But now, you see preschoolers.
Everybody.
No.
Everybody.
He's always with me. Why would I do that?
Poster woman. I mean, that is amazing to me. It's a breath of fresh air that there's still people like you, and you're taking it to the fullest. Let me tell you, you took it to the fullest. You ain't trying. You did it. What would you advise to single mothers or non-single mothers? Reality check. What would you fucking tell them? Snap out of it. We all have to make a change. What would be your advice to them to say? So the kids don't go and slap anybody. So their kids don't go and carjack somebody. So their kids don't go to the city and tear up shit. What would you tell them that's realistic versus you know where your kids are at? What advice? Because I know you're the perfect candidate. Let them know to try a trick that you have under your sleeve.
Well, my first advice is it's not all about you. You had your turn. Okay? It's about the kids. Yeah. You become a mother, no matter what age, that's where your position. And you have to play your position because what you put out is what you get back.
That's right.
So it's not all about you.
How would you jumpstart that car, that momentum, if they're already in the system, they're already doing the routine? How would you let them know how to start?
Well, I would say if you haven't started from the beginning, what you should do now is basically get to know your kids. Mm-hmm. Okay? You have to not only love them, you have to like them. A lot of people don't like their kids. Oh, I love them, but do you really like them? Can you sit down? Can you all talk? You have to have a talk. I want to get to know you. What's going on with you? You have to have your kids believe you. I trust you. You can tell me anything. Yeah. Do not lie to me. You can tell me anything. And you have to mean that. Yeah. Because once you break that, they're not going to trust you anymore. Yeah. That's how, with my 10-year-old right now, you can tell me anything. I'm not playing. I want to know, even if I'm getting on your nerves. That's right. Tell me that. See, this is a totally different time now. You know, you tell me I'm getting on your nerves. And my response is, that's my job.
That's your job. Okay. Very similar to me. Key words that you said earlier. You have to have a talk.
Exactly.
When is that time? Only they will know when that time is. I would say yesterday, today, tomorrow.
Everybody have free time.
It'll take 10 minutes. Bring your kids together, one at a time, or all of them. Cook a good meal. And just after, I hope you guys see this podcast, just say, you know what? I want to make a change, kids. So it's going to come out of me first. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give you guys a great dinner. How about from today on, we start changing a little bit? Mm-hmm. How about you guys come for dinner? And I will make you a good dinner every day versus just their cereals. And then after the dinner, we're just going to talk about how how's your day going? How's your day going? Don't you think that's going to make a change? Just a simple move like that.
It's very, very simple, and it will make a change. If you, I'm going to smoke when they go to sleep. I can't tell nobody not to smoke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going to smoke when they go to sleep. You have to regulate yourself because it's not all about you, and you can't keep doing anything you want in front of your kids.
So it's simple. Starts just with a good conversation, a good meal. But you have to stick to your guns. You have to be the leader and lead by example. Mm-hmm. If you mess up and you promise them dinner 2 days from that day, then they're not going to trust. Mm-hmm. Then they're going to keep on doing because they're going to think you're bluffing.
Right.
And that's hard work. Right. And that's actually what I'm working on every single day. The last episode was with depression. No one showed up. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the same boat as the parents. Am I going to wait or I got to lead by example? Mm-hmm. So I took my behind, I did my little thing, and I feel great. And that's what every parent's got to start doing. Just lead by example. Mm-hmm. And if you can't lead by example, how do you expect your loved ones to change or make a difference?
It's the same with going to work. They see you going to work, you're hustling, you're working hard. They're going to follow in your footsteps. So it's like everything that you do, it's the same, you know, and you have to lead by example. Correct. And mean it.
Correct.
You know?
So this conversation was mainly for the parents, especially single mothers like her. Poster woman, you know, she's leading by example, and I take off my hat to you, Tracey. And it's amazing that, it's amazing what you did. I mean, There's no excuses. South side of Chicago is no freaking excuses. If this woman can do it, anyone can do it. It's just as simple as retract, slow your pace, common sense, give a little talk amongst yourself and say, how can I change? That's kind of like what I did in the past. And so that's the parent side. What would you tell kids that are bad? What would you give advice to them? Say, what would you, just let them know what you think so they can understand that what they're doing is wrong.
Well, first of all, kids out there, you have to listen. It's rules. You have to follow rules. You're a kid. So the rules are designed. But if you don't have rules at home, then I know it's difficult, but you do have a brain. You can think for yourself. You know right and wrong. I mean, some of that is common sense. Let's bring common sense back.
That's right.
Reading is fundamental. Don't be scared to learn anything. Read everything.
That's right.
Okay, because no matter, I told this one boy, I said, no matter what you do, if you're a corner boy, whatever you're doing in life, you're going to have to learn the math.
That's right.
You're going to have to know
That's
it.
Right.
So, teach yourself, because a lot of people they come up the same way. They don't have parents, but you can pick up a book and read. It's all about choices, the choices that you make. Do you want to do that? Do you want to go to jail? Do you want to go to school? Do you want to work? It's all the choices.
And at the end of the day, they're the ones that are going to pay the price.
Exactly.
They're the ones that are not going to see tomorrow.
And it's your life. So
at the end of the day, it's you guys' life.
Right. You got 16 years to be a kid.
We're all going to die one day, right?
Exactly.
We're all going to die. Ask yourself, young man, why would you cut your life short? Mm-hmm. And I've been hearing before, like, I'm not going to live till 21, 22. Think about what you're saying. You were all going to die. But why would you cut your life short? After death, we don't know what's going on.
Right.
Let me tell you, man, it's a privilege to be alive. It's a blessing. Utilize the time, the day. Utilize that, because you're never, ever going to get it back. So that's my advice to them. Just think about life goes out the window any minute.
They don't have that answer. You can't say you're not going to live to 21. You don't know that.
You don't know that. We don't exactly. But life is precious. Life is beautiful, and that's what it is. So that's your man are here representing this World Podcast. Tracey, it's a pleasure. A pleasure. My hat goes out to you. The poster woman is a single mother. Look us up. She is. She's leading by example, and round of applause to her. Everybody have a good day. Your man Art.
Hi.